Stacking is the second of our downloadable games that we're making at Double Fine. And it's an idea that Lee Petty had. Lee was our art director on Brutal Legend, and we wanted to see what he would do if he was given a game. And he said he wanted to make a game based on Russian nesting dolls. Is that right, Lee?
Yeah, that's right. So in the game, you play a character named Charlie Blackmore, who's the youngest son of a chimney sweep family and the smallest Russian stacking doll in the world. And because of that size, he can approach other dolls from the back and stack into them and and then use their abilities. So the player is allowed to kind of go into this entire world of living Russian dolls and stack dolls up in size and then use their abilities to solve puzzles. It really started with my daughter, who was playing with actual physical toy, stacking dolls. And I was looking for a way to sort of condense the experience of some of the things that I liked about adventure games. And I thought, well, these dolls could work really well as both the characters that you play. They could also be the objects or the verbs, the actions in the world. And so that all of the sort of puzzles and stacking are all solved using some combination of doll size or doll abilities, as opposed to sort of searching for objects and maintaining an inventory. It's all about this, just using the people, the dolls in that world. Our puzzles are we call them challenges in our game, and they're a little different than most sort of classic adventure games. And the biggest way is that they can all be solved multiple ways. So there's multiple solutions for every challenge, and the player is only required to find one to kind of move this story along. But the challenge is immediately reset, and the player can try right away to find additional solutions. And so what that does is it really encourages the player's rewarded for each solution they find. So the player is really encouraged to find multiple solutions to get extra rewards. And it also kind of broadens the appeal in some ways, because rather than there only being one right answer, there's always at least 3, sometimes as many as 6 answers for every puzzle. And it's kind of fun to see how you might have approached it, or maybe to talk to your friend who's played it a little differently and kind of compare how you did it.
Well, both Psychonauts and Brutal Legend are games that we own that we could do more with if we wanted to.
Hell yeah!
We aren't working on anything right now, but you never know in the future.
Hell yeah!
And THQ has been great to work with, and they've really let us do our own creative thing, and that's the kind of partner that we look to work with. Yeah, Ron Gilbert, I used to really enjoy working with him at LucasArts, and he left to start his own company. And recently he was in the area, and we were talking about game design ideas, and one of them just seemed like, hey, that could be a game we could make here at Double Fine. And do you want to come here and do it here? And he said, yeah. So, and that's been fun to have him around again, to kind of, after, being in the industry for 20 years, to kind of remember, it was about all just having these crazy ideas and running with them and not being afraid to pursue what sounds like a silly idea or what sounds like a strange idea, like a 3-headed monkey. Written that dialogue and thought I was going to cut it out because it sounded too stupid. And he was like, no, let's go with it. And so, kind of checking in with him again and seeing how those things are still important to remember. It's still important to remember to let creative ideas be safe in the workplace. It's hard to remember that you need to let them grow and breathe. We've always kind of thought like maybe someday we'd revisit that. There were plans for the story, that I would like to do someday. There you go. The new direction we've heard Danny talking about at the show and THQ talking about in general seem to be very much in line with what Double Fine likes to do, which is original IP. So we're very excited about it. Can't wait to play the 3DS. I'm a little scared to make something for it because it's scary. We like to do new things, but not that new. No, I'm sure.
Just in a broader sense of the word, like we're definitely interested in other platforms than just XBLA and PSN. That's just currently where our technology is, and that's the sort of deals that we've signed. But we'd love to expand and to try different things. So, I mean, if people were to pay us to do 3DS, I'm sure Tim would come up with something brilliant.